Hey guys, welcome to another video. This is Tyrannic, and we're going to show you the origin story of the Tyrannic. Or, really, my real name is Steven, if you can see there. So, let's get started. So, class and design. The Tyrannic class of ships were a dual ship class featuring the Tyrannic and the Heroic. In 1916, after the sinking of the Britannic, White Star Line noticed they need a new class of ships to help rival the Cunard Line. After the end of World War I, White Star Line started to design the Tyrannic and then the Heroic a month later. Construction. In 1920, White Star Line started construction on Tyrannic in Harlan and Wolff Shipyard, and then the same for Heroic 2 months later. In 1930, on April 15th, Tyrannic was launched off the dockyard, and then the same for Heroic in November. Fitting out and sea trials. Fitting out process took until the end of 1930 to 1934. November, Tyrannic was ready, and then Heroic was ready in December. Tyrannic would go through sea trials longer than Heroic because Tyrannic had more safety systems than Heroic that they need to test out before doing that. Main voyage and accident. On April 5th, 1935, Tyrannic and Heroic, accompanied by the RMS Olympic, and then went from Cherbourg to Queenstown, then to New York City, where Olympic left for the last time. On the way back, everything was fine until there was a fog to the point where Tyrannic and Heroic split up. At 9 in the morning, Tyrannic got a distress signal from Heroic finally, but it was bad apparently. They hit a leftover World War I mine. Tyrannic sailed towards the sinking Heroic and made it on time to save everyone, but not the ship. The news. After the incident, White Star Line showed the news to everyone, and everyone was shocked by it. The news was shared on radio and was announced in front of the Tyrannic. People keep on asking what they will do with Tyrannic and White Star Line. So simply applies, Tyrannic will stay in service for many generations to come. He is the brightest future this world has. Service until 1936. After the incident, the Tyrannic continued to do service all by himself until 1936, in which, again, spell mistake. I'm not good at spelling. Which case the Cunard and White Star Line biggest ships met each other for the first time. The Tyrannic and Queen Mary was docked to each other, showing the real size of the Tyrannic compared to the Cunard Line ships. Cunard and White Star Agreement. In 1937, White Star Line and Cunard Line has a meeting with each other. White Star Line asked to why this meeting was scheduled. Cunard said this: "Why don't we let the Tyrannic and Queen Mary be troublemates?" White Star Line said, "Why should we do that?" The Cunard simply said that since both Tyrannic and Queen Mary don't have any mates, how about they travel with each other? After the White Star Line thought for a few minutes, they agreed. Again, not a spelling mistake. 1937 to 1939. In 1937, on November the 1st, Queen Mary and Tyrannic set sail together. In 1938, Queen Mary and Tyrannic would meet the SS Normandy, which is small compared to Tyrannic. In 1939, September 1st, after Nazi Germany surprise attack on Poland with the Soviet Union, Tyrannic was sent in to help evacuate Poland, which Tyrannic was mostly successful, but couldn't get the rest of the 10. I don't know how many people there are. Let's just put 10 million people left in time. Poland was already taken, and World War II had started. World War II. In 1940, Queen Mary was sent into military service because of the treaty with Great Britain, while Tyrannic was sent to America to be safe. In 1941, after the Pearl Harbor attack, the American government ordered the Tyranic to be transformed into a troop ship and be fitted out with guns to help protect itself and the soldiers on board that he will be carrying. Tyrant would mostly help in the Pacific Theater, but on June 6, 1944, D-Day happened. After countless bombardments, troops were sent to the shore of Normandy. Tyrannix was close enough to shore so he doesn't beach himself. One key design of the Tyranic was these big doors on the side that can open in case they need to store more lifeboats, but those lifeboats were replaced with landing crafts. After D-Day, Tyranic would head back to Great Britain and refurnish back to the ocean liner. Glory. Ocean liner service and accident again. From 1946 to 1966, Tyranic and Queen Mary would sail together again in a while. Tyranic was equipped with more safety systems after World War II. On a foggy night of June 21st, 1946, Queen Mary and Tyranic was sailing back to London until at 12:35 a.m. Tyranic was hit in the forward part of his bow by the SS United States. The Titanic was able to close its watertight compartments, even if it didn't. It would still float and function regularly because of the safety systems that White Star Line needed extra time to test during the sea trials, which I forgot to add. Oh, okay. Repairs and costs from June 24th, 1966 to October 1st, 1966 probably. The cost of repairs was $2,500,000 or pounds, or to $24 million and $436,000 and $142.08 for today. Yes, Titanic was expensive. Queen Mary's final voyage. On October 31st, 1967, Titanic and Queen Mary head to New York for Queen Mary's last voyage. On December 9th, 1967, Titanic and Queen Mary arrived at Long Beach, California. A bunch of tiny little boats followed them to California. People were amazed by Titanic's and his immense size. 1968 to 1970. Tyrannix would continue doing passenger service until 1970. On June 8th, people started to see Tyrannix's coat black on his soul start to chip away and start to show age in it. And the entire world did not want Tyrannix to be scrapped or retired. Yet, so the USA and Great Britain paid the White Star Line and Cunard to modernize and upgrade him to his full potential, which was actually not his full potential, was just half his potential because he was get bigger. Yes, the refit. 1970 to 1975. Yes, took that one. Tyranic was sent to special dry dock for his refit. Refit analysis: 10 Westinghouse A2W nuclear reactors, 5 Westinghouse geared steam turbines, 5 shafts, added radar, and more safety systems added. 3 smokestacks turned into radar. The last smokestacks are used for steam and the kitchen, other things. Improved bridge, less smaller stacks but more chubby. White line changed to below the name tag. Modernized lifeboats. 1976 to 2003. After his refit, he returned service again, but has some features from the Heroic that he didn't have before the refit. On the 1st of January 2000, Tyranic was supposed to be scrapped, but NATO. I made a story a month ago, prevented that because of its sheer size. Titanic was too costly to scrap. On a day of Tuesday, September 11th, 2001, the Twin Towers were attacked, but little they know, a few hours later, an American airliner that was hijacked had crashed into the first funnel, causing it to fall on top of many people and damaging the ship more. Titanic was sent to repairs, taking until 2003. On the morning of June 5th, 2003, Tyranic was painted all gray and equipped with 12 CRAM anti-air guns, 5 guided missile pads, two 5-inch guns, one on the bow and one on the stern. Iraq War. In 2006, Tyrannic would head to naval battle with the 3rd Carrier Strike Group. Following, believe it or not, Tyrannic had better radar than the other nations worldwide. Tyrannic would stay with the Carrier Strike Group until January 30th, 2010, because on the day of January 29th, 2010, Tyrannic would be hit. Wait, what? Yeah, would be hit by 3 suicide drones, damaging the third funnel, damaging the ship main communication module and the ship's stern part of the superstructure. Iraq thought that would make Tyrannic leave the Navy, but in reality, Tyrannic came back with more air defense system and better technology. And June 29th, on the day of December 25th, 2010, Tyrannic would bombard the shore of Iraq, destroying the naval production and other things. On the 15th of December, the Iraq War ended, and Tyrannic would head back to London to transform him back to passenger service. 2012 to 2020, Tyrannic would enter passenger service on February 14th, 2012. On the 15th of February, Tyrannic would be delivering passengers again. Tyrannic would do this until March 12th, 2020. The United States shut down due to the COVID-19. While COVID was spreading, Tyrannic was put into special direct that is secret from the public. Tyrannic would be upgraded while COVID is happening. Upgrades. Replacing the old nuclear engines with 5 A-1B reactors propellers would be replaced. The propellers would be replaced with new ones. The stern bridge would be changed into a helipad for a Sikorsky S-760 helicopter. Tyrannic's funnel would be replaced with newer ones of the same kind. Tyrannic's hull would be replaced with better armor, and all the rivets would be taken out, and the hull would be welded together, making it stronger. Tyrannic's bulkhead would be replaced by modern, more efficient bulkheads. The old lifeboats would be replaced with more modern lifeboats. Tyrannic would be equipped with lifesavers, replacing the old, outdated davits with newer ones. Equipped with better radar, Tyrannic hull inside would be replaced with modern things. Besides the grand staircase, they just added a bar and TVs for people to watch sports. Tyrannic would be repainted with the same colors as before. The upgrades made Tyrannic heavier. Tyrannic's total displacement now is more than 400,000 tons. May 23rd to 2021 to February 4th, 2022. On May 23rd, 2021, Tyrannic's upgrade were completed. Would be towed to dock once again after the whole year. People were amazed by his upgrades. People were allowed to look around the ship and see the upgrades Tyrannic got. On June 30th, 2021, Tyrannic would be delivering passengers again. On January 30th, Tyrannic would be come back into dry dock and turn back into a troop ship. The reason being is because Ukraine has suspicion that Russia would attack them, so they used Tyrannic as a training ship. Ukraine's suspicion was correct. On February 4th, 2022, Russia attacked Ukraine, but Ukraine was ready because of the training on the Tyrannic. That was a bad idea for the Russians. On May 20th, Russian President Vladimir Putin sent 5 nuclear submarines in the Poyotr. I don't know how to say that. But Putin didn't know Tyrannic wasn't alone. Tyrannic would be escorted by the USS Nimitz, the USS Abraham Lincoln, with 15 destroyers, 9 cruisers, and 8 submarines. Also, with the HMS Queen Elizabeth and the JS Kaka and Izumo. This would call the Ultimate Protection Shield. I don't know why I did that. On 29th of May, the two forces meet each other, but the problem is that Tyrannic dropped his anchor but couldn't stop in time and ran. One ocean submarines in the middle, which split it in half, and the submarine sank. After the sub, after Tyrannus actually accidentally sank the Russian submarine, the Russians saw that as an act of war. So the Russian battlecruiser, I don't know how to say that, started to fire at the Tyrannus, but the bullets were just bouncing off Tyrannus' armor. A few hours later, they started sending missiles at the Tyrannus, but they were intercepted by the USS Zumwalt's missiles. After that battle, Russia lost their best ship. I can't speak Russian in the battle, and other submarines. After the war with Ukraine and Russia in 2025, I think it's going to end in 2025. I don't know. Titanic was sent into dry dock for maintenance and converted back to an ocean liner. Maintenance incident. During Titanic's maintenance on December 5th, 2025, at 12 p.m., Titanic's forward mast fell on top of 250 workers, killing 249 people and injuring one person. Apparently, when they replaced the mast, they didn't bolt it in all the way, and during the wars, the bolts got heavily damaged, causing it to collapse. The news spread like wildfire, and people immediately went there to check on what happened. 2026 modifications. In 2026, on January 31st, Tyrannus would set sail again with some modifications, like a new bow that looks like the Icon of the Seas bow and an extra deck with slides. Tyrannus bow modification, like Icon of the Seas, you can see it right there. It looks like that, but it's black. It has black and white and red, some blue at the bottom. So yeah, 2027 through 2035. In 2027, Tyrant would be the heaviest ship in the world. Why'd I put T there? In the world, not the biggest that goes to the Icon of the Seas class now. 2028, Tyrant would meet the Icon of the Seas, and dock Icon of the Seas draft is smaller than Tyrant, so the hull and superstructure is higher. We skip to April 5th, 2035. Tyrant is on his last voyage. On that last voyage, he was accompanied by the USS Enterprise CVN-80, HMS Queen Elizabeth, JS Kaga, Icon of the Seas, and Queen Mary 2. Tyrant would dock in front of the Queen Mary and turn into a hotel, but kept in all of his engines and other things just in case something happened. But he was retired for about 50 years. Well, that was the origin story of the Tyrannus. So if you want to see more of Tyrannus' story, which there is more story of Tyrannus, let me know in the comments. Well, this is Steven, or Tyrannus, whatever you want to call me, and I am out. I gotta work on some other stuff.